Disgraced Trump campaign staffer Paul Manafort, known for his love of ostrich suits and working for foreign governments, and then being pardoned by the president for his working for foreign governments, tried to board a plane yesterday on Wednesday, bound for Dubai from Miami, but was promptly removed. Did they oversell the flight as in the United Airlines debacle? Not quite. So former Trump advisor Paul Manafort was removed from a plane in Miami International Airport before it took off to Dubai because he carried a revoked passport, officials said Wednesday. Manafort, 72, led former President Donald Trump's campaign for several months during the 2016 presidential race, but was ousted in August of that year after revelations about his business dealings with Ukraine. He was later indicted on a broad array of financial crimes as part of special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into ties between the Trump campaign and Russia. He was convicted by a jury in August 2018 and later pleaded guilty in federal court in Washington. He was released in May of 2020 from a low security prison. He was serving more than 7 years federal sentence amid concerns of coronavirus. He was let out. Of course, now that's being used against Ketanji Brown Jackson. Why are you letting people out for coronavirus? No word on Manafort. Manafort has a long history of working for all kinds of goons and political figures from the Philippines to DRC. So he made $60 million working for former Ukrainian President Viktor Yanukovych. Remember, the Kremlin-friendly leader who was ousted in a popular revolution in 2014. Remember that guy? That's who Putin wanted in there. That was his boy. The people of Ukraine were not having it. But okay, so what happened? Why did he have his passport revoked? We still don't know, but we do know he's got like a long history of these passports and trying to get one. So the Justice Department in 2017 said in a court filing that Manafort had submitted 10 passport applications over the last decade, and he had 3 active US passports. You know how you have like 3? Soup's norm. Each with a different identification number. This was, quote, indicative of his travel schedule. I wanna go into why Dubai, but David, any thoughts?
Well, maybe Paul Manafort doesn't know this, but for people who travel a lot, you can get one of those passports that have extra pages so you can get more stamps in. You don't have to get 3 passports. You can have 1 passport with lots of pages. And there's your problem solved. Unless, of course, you're worried that your passport is, maybe because you're a convicted criminal, maybe it won't be accepted in certain places. Maybe your passport was supposed to be taken away from you. That's a problem.
Yeah, unless you're a criminal, but he's not a criminal. I mean, Trump pardoned him, so it's all good. I mean, my mind keeps going to the sanctions. It's like, okay, maybe this has something to do with the sanctions. Maybe finally people are not being allowed to travel because of their former dealings and or current dealings with Russian oligarchs and the Russian government. And if that comes and falls down on Paul Manafort's back, good, right. I'm all for that. But I do want to mention why Dubai. So a lot of Russian oligarchs actually are moving their money to Dubai right now and the UAE in order to get around Western sanctions. So in many cases, wealthy Russians are seeking to shift funds to Dubai that are now in Switzerland or London, which have both been sanctioned, Russian individuals and organizations. A senior banker at a Swiss private bank and the lawyer familiar with the matter said. The lawyer based in Dubai said his firm has received inquiries from Russian entities on how quickly they could move, quote, very significant funds worth hundreds of millions of dollars to the Gulf Arab state. The UAE, by the way, abstained from a United Nations Security Council vote condemning the invasion of Ukraine, coupled with Gulf sovereign wealth funds maintaining their exposure to Russia was taken as a reassurance to wealthy Russians, numerous sources said. So are we not chasing the money to UAE? If they didn't vote against the invasion, does that mean sanctions don't apply there? I don't know, but Paul Manafort really wanted to get to Dubai. The dude needs work, you guys. Someone's gotta pay for the ostrich suits and the snakeskin boots and whatever the hell else he's eating that gives him gout and wearing. And I'm sorry, he had gout at one point. I thought that was ridiculous. Gout is like, they call it like the disease of the rich because it's like from eating like nothing but pate. Don't fact check me on that. Paul Manafort is trash, okay? He gave away actual precious voting information on swing counties to Russia. So anywho.
Dubai is nice. I mean, look, Dubai is lovely. It's got the world's tallest building. It's got that hotel that is shaped like a giant sailboat. It has a great sort of gold sort of market. The people are generally pretty friendly. Unfortunately, they have some hypocrisy when it comes to invasions, because I remember when Iraq invaded Kuwait back in 1991, UAE was one of those that was pushing the United States to come and stop the invasion. But now the Russia invades Ukraine. That's okay, because they're friendly with Russia and they want to take Russia's money.
Yeah, also UAE had a lot of cozy relationships to the Trump administration.
Yes.
And like the Kushner family, there's a lot happening behind the scenes. I don't know. Do they have a sword that Trump danced with, or some kind of orb he could hold? Who knows?
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.